Hello, guys. Very good morning, right? Thanks again, right? Joining to change the start automation C2T. Okay. So, right, we are again moving forward in the Flipkart end-to-end automation, which we posted numerous videos in the past. Okay. So this time, right, I'm just adding in another right utility in my framework. Right, I'm called as Excel utility. I'm going to take the values from Excel sheet. So last time, right, we did data-driven framework with the form of scenario outline. So this time we are going to do data-driven framework in the form of Excel, utility. Okay. So normally when we go for Excel, right, when we have huge number of data, right, when we have a big set of data, we go for Excel sheet. Whereas we have a small data, right, so we go for scenario outline. So that is where right we that is the difference when we go for scenario outline and when we go for Excel, right? So what I'm going to do here in this video, right, I'm going to search, write some values here. Same thing, simple, right? I'm not going to do any or any huge thing. So very simple thing I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to search this this text box with different fields. Okay, but I'm not going to do in the code, right? I'm going to keep all the data in the Excel sheet. Then I'm going to bring it to the project. Okay, so that's what my plan is. Okay, let's go, guys. Right, let's take an Excel sheet here. Let's take an Excel sheet. Okay, we'll go for a new workbook. We'll name it as, right, we'll let the sheet be sheet one. Okay, no need to do anything. We'll first add the parameter here, search text. Okay, we'll insert some 5 to 6 values here. Give some 5 to 6 values here. Let it up abroad, right? Expand it. Mobile, TV, fridge, speaker, all right. Right, then camera. Okay, then we'll go for another value also, right? Let it take, right, some value fan. Okay, let's take all these values. Let's just save this file. All right, Flipkart test data. All right, let's name it as Flipkart test data. Okay, okay, Flipkart test data. Flipkart test data. Okay, one thing I have an idea here. Let's save this one. Okay, let's save this one. Let's keep this Excel sheet in the project. Okay, let's keep this Excel sheet in the project, right? Institution not keep here, right? Let's keep this sheet, right? Let me copy here, right? And we have a test data. Let's create a folder test data. Yeah, we'll create a folder, right? Yeah, folder SRC test resources. We create a new folder, right? Test data. Okay, then we'll add this sheet under here. Yeah, we'll finish it. Let's add this sheet, right? Let's right. Let's go there, right? Go and find it. Just copy it and paste here. Okay, let's copy this one. Okay. Okay. Now we have kept this right XLS file here. Let's take this one. Okay. So now this one is right here. Okay, let's take this one. Let's go to the scenario future file now. We'll go and add a feature here, scenario. Okay. Scenarios to test the search functionality. Okay, to test the search functionality with Excel by using Excel sheet, right? By using Excel sheet. Okay, that's fine. That's understood. That's understood. Let's with Excel sheet, right? One with the machine is one with Excel sheet. Hold on, the machine is slow. Hold on. Okay, now let's go for given. Okay, enter search text in the search field. Okay, right in the search field. Okay, and next one is when click search icon. Okay, but the search we are doing from Excel sheet. Okay, and then it should display the right result, relevant result. Then it should display the relevant result. Okay, let's create the steps for this one. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go. Okay. Go to right. Let's run this code. And this right future file will generate the right step definitions methods. Okay, it's executing all the steps, right? Since regression is added, the runner file is going to execute all the scenarios. Let's be patient, right? It's going to generate the methods. It's going to right run all the steps from the future file. Right, that's it. That's it. I made a mistake. I should have made the tag right. I was called one with this tag. Okay, it's executing all this. Okay, it's going. executing all the scenarios. Let's wait, guys. Yes, now running fifth one, right? Then it's going to the sixth one. Sixth one, it will generate the methods, right? Now we can see the methods now. Now it started, right? Now we got the methods now. Let's copy this one. We'll go to step definitions. No, right? Search with Excel, right? Let's create a step definition. Search with Excel steps, right? Okay. Now what we'll do is, right? We'll go to that particular class and we'll copy these methods and paste it and remove the unwanted lines, right? We'll remove and import the package. We'll import given here. We'll import when and we'll import then also. Okay, we'll remove the unwanted package. So one thing you should keep in mind, right? So for linking with Excel, we need the dependency Apache pod. Okay. Now, if you go to the pom.xml, right, we need this dependency. This we already, right, we added, right, in our right framework, right. Initially, when we added the dependency, we told this, right, when you go to the previous first video, right, of us, right. So we would have added this dependency if you have, right, observed the very first video of our, right, series, right. This one will be added. So you need this dependency for connecting with the Excel sheet. That's the most very, right, the primary setup you should do. Okay, but this we added in the previous video. So those who are directly just seeing this one, make sure that you are adding this dependency right in the framework. Okay, so let's go the step definition again. Okay, so what we should do is now we should go to the pages, right? And I think we already have a search page, right? Okay, first, right, we'll go and add the utility first, right? We already created the right the framework com.it Excel utility. Okay, so what we'll do here is, right, we'll go, right, first we'll delete the existing one. I'll create a new one. This is a very simple utility I'm going to make, not a bigger one, but this is a very simple, right, very basic thing I'm going to do here. Okay, Excel utility. I'm going to create a package com.utilities. This I did in the very first video. Then after that, I'm going to create one class called as Excel utility. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to create one method, right, right, Excel rate, right, right, public void Excel rate. Okay, so and I'm going to make it as a right, right string, right. I'm going to make it this and we do with the last. Okay, so I'm passing three arguments here. One is a string sheet. Okay, and next one is a row number. And next one is in cell number. Okay, let's understand the basics here. Okay, in Excel sheet, right? As a whole, this is a workbook, right? And this is a sheet. This is a sheet name. And this is a row. And this is a cell, right? This should be the understanding here. Okay. So we are past six values here. It's going to iterate. And first one will be always counted as 0, right? Then the second one, mobile, will be counted as 1, and TV will be counted as second, and fridge will be third, and respective one is going to it. So always remember the first line right in the Excel sheet is going to be 0 always. Okay, same thing in drop down which we did in the Selenium, right? The Selenium we used to write first always the index 1 will be 0. Okay, let's go here. Okay, and then right we'll add, right? First, we'll go and give the file path, right? The path of the file where which we need, which we take the data. Okay. For that, we create one, right? Reference path file. It returns the file path equal to new file. Okay, and we'll copy the and paste the location of the file where kept. We kept in the project itself. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this one. Take the take this right path and paste that. Okay, now I'm going to import the file corresponding package is from Java IO. Okay, now next I'll go first. I should read that, right? For that I use file input string. Okay, for read and write, right? We go for file input string, right? File input string read equal to new file input string and the path of the Excel sheet where we kept in the ninth line. Okay, so right, I'm just going to create one reference from file input stream. Okay, file input stream is used for reading, right, from the Excel sheet. Okay, so I'll just import the package file input stream dot io. I'll take the path and I'll keep it inside the file input stream. Okay, so now the Excel sheet path is kept in the read reference. Okay, so I'll add the right exception here. Add rows, right? File not found exception. So if file is not found, it's going to throw an exception. File not found. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is, as I told you here, first I have to take this workbook here. Okay. For that, I'm going to use go now. Okay. Create one reference with the help of right workbook. Workbook, right? Book equal to new excess of workbook. Right. We use this class for x, right, getting from the right, we use excess of workbook. Okay, then we add right the path where we stored right in the read, right, that I'm going to add here. Okay, the path or the file name which we stored in the reference read, that will be, so when everything is interconnected here. Okay, workbook and sheet, first you should get the workbook and store it, right? Then you should get the sheet, then you should get the row, then we should go to the cell. In this order, we should keep moving forward. Okay, let's import this excess of workbook. Let's import workbook. Okay, now that let's add an exception here, add rows. Okay, IO exception, right? Next, what I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to get the sheet. So I went inside the workbook now. I want this sheet. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to go sheet sh equal to book dot reference dot the workbook dot right get sheet. There's a method called get sheet. Okay. Get sheet, right, and the sheet, right? I'm going to pass this an argument here. So I'm going to keep it as an argument and call my test case, right? So I keep it as a common code, right? I'm going to keep it as a sheet, right? Then what I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to go to the next line. I'll import that. Next, I'll go to the row here. Now I have to get the row number here. Row equal to sheet dot, the reference dot, sh dot, get row method and the row number. I have to get the which row number I want to go. Okay, so I already passed an argument here. I'm keeping it as an argument. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to import that particular package. Okay, okay. Now what I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to go to the cell now. So I went inside the sheet, and as I told you, I went inside the row number Now I'm going to go inside the cell now. Cell C equal to row dot get cell method. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to use the cell number here. Now what we should do is, right? So now what we did is, right, we went inside the workbook, right? Then went inside the row number, and we went inside the particular cell now. What we should do now, I should get this value, right? I have to get this value. Okay. So for that, there is one method called as get string cell value. Okay. So I have to go there to the code. All right. I have to go there, object dot, the reference dot, C dot, all right, get string value. Okay. I'm going to, this is the common method which I kept here. Okay. Now what we'll do is, okay. Now what we'll do is we'll change the string into string. It returns as a string here. Okay. Then what we'll do is we'll go there, add return statement here. Okay. That's it. Okay. Now we create a common method here. Now we have to call from the pages here. We'll go to search page. Okay. We already have this page, right? We are going to use this page. Okay. Okay, already we created this page. Please guys go through this previous videos. I'm just going to call this method, right? The search, enter search and click search. These two methods I'm going to call to my step definition. That's it. I'm not going to do any other than that. Okay, I'm going to the step definition now. Let's go to the step definition. Okay, now what we'll do is rather by changing this method, right? I'll create a new method for one Excel sheet. Okay, let's go scroll down the same page, right? I'll go public void. Okay, right, search with Excel, right? Search with Excel. Okay, now what we'll do is, right? First, what we'll do is we'll have to call this method from the Excel utility. For that, we'll create an object with help of the Excel utility class. Okay, Excel utility class space object space object. Object name will keep it as Excel equal to new Excel utility. Okay. Now what I have to do is, right, this right Excel, right? Before that, I have to iterate here. See, there is some logic here where I have to iterate this for 5 times, right? Right, for 5 times, right? First, it's right for sorry, 6 values I've entered here. So I have to do for 6 times here. For that, we need one logic here. Okay. For that, what we'll do is we'll add a for loop here. Okay. We'll add a for loop and we'll add instance IASIM. Okay. First, why I'm going for this here is 0, but I am adding here as 1 because y means this first one is an attribute, right? It's a parameter name. Okay. So we are ignoring it. For that, I'm going and adding 1 here. Then what I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to give, right, 6. So 6 times I need to iterate. So I'm going to give 6. So inside the for loop, what I'm going to do is I have to call that method which I created in the Excel utility. Excel dot, sorry, Selenium dot Excel. First, what we'll do is sc dot, right, enter value, right, the locator is search. Okay, now what we'll do is, right, we'll call that Excel utility, right, Excel dot, okay, Excel read. Okay, then I have to give pass the values. For example, which sheet name I'm going to do. See, I'm going to change it to test data here. I'm going to rename to test data. Okay, test data here. Let's save this one, right? And I'm going to call here as test data here. Okay, so here I'm going to give I, and I is going to iterate for 6 times here. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give column. So column is 0 because since, right, all the columns are 0 here. Okay, so I'm going to give, so we are going to iterate only this column. Always the first one is 0, right? So that's why I'm giving it as a 0. Okay, got it, right? Let's right, add the exceptions here. Okay, so IO exception it added, right? Now what I'm going to do is, right, this one is done. Okay, then what I'll do is, right, yeah, let's go and give sc dot. Okay, I'm going to click the page, right? Click the search page. Okay, let's remove this one, right? So what we'll do is, right, we are going to search it and click search. This method we are going to call the step definition. Let's try here. Okay, so what it is. Okay, now what we'll do is, right, we'll give search dot, okay, send case, right, case dot enter. Okay, so you should understand the logic here, right, guys, right? What happens? No, it goes here, so enters, takes the value from the Excel sheet. Then what you have to give? You have to give click the enter button. Okay, so this is what I'm doing here. Okay, so search dot send keys dot enter. Then what we'll do is we'll wait for each search. Okay, for that what we do is we have already written one method, right, for wait here in the reusable. Okay, this wait one. Okay, so this we will call it here. Okay, for that we'll go, so go to the step definition. Just to wait for pass, right, just 2 seconds, right, for each search. Okay, right, sc dot waits. Okay, and it's going to add an exception there. Okay, interrupted exception. Then what we do is we have to go back and come, right? So what happens? It's going to search, right? The logic here is going to search. If it's going to search, it's going to result. Then again, what I'll do, I'll go navigate back. Then I'm going to search it and try. Okay. For that, I'll add one method, right, in the reusable function, navigate back. Okay. I'll make it public. Okay. Navigate back. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to call this method sc dot navigate back. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, okay, I'm going to call this in here step definition. Okay. Let's go and call it. Okay. Okay. First, we should create extend the library class there. First, let's extend the library class. We'll import that one. Okay, we'll add Selenium, right? Yeah, we'll go, right? Go add the pages, right? We'll create an object for the page, search page, SP equal to new search page driver. Okay. Now I'll keep this globally, right? Since if I need, right, I use this right search page method, I'll send the method. Okay. Now let's go, right? SP dot Excel, right? We'll go to the Excel one, Excel method which we created. Search with except. Okay. Then we'll add the exceptions there. Okay. Yeah, we'll add the exception. So what happens now? So here I added click search button, but here in the here itself I've added this one, click search button. Okay. So if I go down right, I've added the search work is done here. So no need to do anything. I'm just for the time being, right? I'm just taking the screenshot there. Okay. Let's take the screenshot there. For that, right, for the, and the title there, screenshot. Let's sc dot, you have to create an object here. Selling reusable. Since we right click there itself in the previous method, I'm not going to do any click here, click operation here, but I'm just going to do take a screenshot there. Okay, re dot add screenshot, no screenshot. Okay, then we'll give the path of the file there, path of the file here. We'll go to screenshots, take the qualify name, SRC, screenshots, and give Excel, right? Excel search.png. Excel search.png. Okay, that's it. Okay, now let's go and get the result here. Let's go and print the title here. That's it. We'll print the title of the page. Okay, that's it, right? Let's go and run that particular. We'll add a tag here at TC 006. Let's be patient. Okay, now let's copy the tag. Let's run. It's executing now. handling the pop-up. Let's check this one. Let's see what's here again. Yes, it's just not right. Let's fix this one. Let's see. Yeah. What is the issue here is right? So now what I gave here, if I open the right Excel sheet, right? Yeah. In this sheet, right, we have right named the sheet one. But if you go in the code, right, go to the page, right? Okay. We gave test data. That's the issue. Okay. So we copy this one and rename it, save it, save the file, close the file. That's most important, right? Then we'll go. All right. Okay. Now we'll go and run. Yeah. Now we can see, right? It's iterating. First it took mobile, then TV, then fridge, okay, then speaker, okay. Now next camera, okay. Now, all right. Then it iterated the fan, right? So it took everything, right? All the four, right? Right. Six scenarios have been executed. Six steps have been executed and passed. Okay. So this is how we should do Excel, right? This is how we should do the Excel part, right? How to, this is one framework called as data-driven framework. The already existing hybrid BDD Cucumber framework, we have added data-driven framework here. Okay, so data-driven we can do in different ways. One is the most common thing is doing the scenario outline. Next with test ng, right? Data provider we can do, and this is also one way of taking from Excel. Excel we go for normally huge number of data, a big number of large number of data, right? We'll go for Excel. So this is mostly we read functionality. In future, right, if possible, we'll add for write functionality also. Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. And right, I've added this framework right in this C2T code.in site. Okay. So just you need right. Anyone needs to write guide this code, and but I added this at this for an amount actually. It's for the hard work we should. Okay. So if you need, you can go and buy get this framework. We have added a report also. So shortly we're going to add the right test report also for this one. Right. If you want, you can buy it. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. So have a nice day. Bye.